Hello, dear farming community. My name is Tiongeka Cheche, and welcome to the special Agri-Talk edition where we feature the nominees of the Agricoop Awards 2025. So today we are in Chisamba district of Central Province, and we are at Emmanuel Adventist Secondary School, and I will be talking to Mr. Peter Piri, who's a teacher here and also manages the school farm. So please do join us and hope you learn one or two things.
This is AgriTalk Africa, the podcast that puts farmers first.
So, Mr. Peter Piri, thank you so much for coming us to Emmanuel Adventist School, and thank you so much for taking us through to see the activities that are at this school. So, just for a start, maybe you just tell us about yourself and how you got to be in teaching and also managing this school farm.
Okay, so my name's Peter Piri, like you have earlier on said. I'm a teacher of agri science at this school, and I'm also the one who's tasked with running the school farm. Yeah, I came to Emmanuel Adventist Secondary School in 2013, where I was employed to teach agricultural science. Then all along, what we've been doing is that we've just been using the subject to teach our children and also to equip them with the skills that they need for survival, because we believe that agriculture is one area that learners can use to earn income and survive on, even if they don't really get a formal job. Yeah, so through the practicals, they would come to the garden, grow some crops, keep a few chickens just to get the skill. But then with time, we did realize that I think this could be one business venture that we could actually undertake as a school and see how we can expand it. Yeah, so in 2022 in September, that's when I was now attached to the farm full time to try and see how we can commercialize it. Yes, so we started with growing maize, fresh maize, and also we had some onions that we had grown for the first time. Then from there, we started progressing. Now we brought in layers, which we are keeping under a battery cage system. And then also the layers we are keeping 1,000 per batch. Yeah, and then we are also doing broilers. The broilers we keep 500 each batch, and then we just keep a space of about 3 weeks. So every 3 weeks we have got broilers coming in, which we sell sometimes to some of our staff members. But of course, the bigger batch of them are supplied to the boarding.
Okay.
Yeah, and through all these activities, we make sure to engage the learners, particularly those that are doing agri science, so that they are able to learn the skill and also just appreciate the value that agriculture adds to one's life, or even just to an institution like this one, because I think it is one area of business that we can use to bring in income and also allow the school to expand.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so you've mentioned quite a number of activities that are happening here, and when we were having the tour, I did see that there were some cattle and some beehives. Are you using this for the purpose of business, or maybe it's just, I don't know, maybe for the purpose of farming?
So for the livestock, like the cattle that we have, is not necessarily for business. Yeah, what we do with the animals, we keep them for, I can say, for prestige, because we know that cattle is a source of income. Yeah, and so what we do is we keep them. We use them for our learners to learn some of the management practices that are involved in keeping animals like cattle, like for example castration, dehorning, branding, those aspects. And then what we also do is that to try and avoid buying meat from outside to feed our learners, we use what we have within. Yes. Of course, we treat it as a line of business, because when we supply, for example, meat to the dining, the school has to pay the farm for that particular. Yes, the school has to pay the farm for that particular cow that we are giving them. Even for the eggs, the school pays the farm. The broilers, the school pays the farm. If we take vegetables, like rape, for instance, eggplants, impwa, the schools still have to pay for those things because at the end of the day, our aim is to run the farm as a business. And so whatever leaves to go to the other side of the institution, that department needs to make payments so that we can keep on operating. Yes.
So, as you've been managing this farm, what would you say are some of the challenges that you've come across?
Well, I think agriculture is not something that you can call simple in one way or another. We think that it's all about, putting seeds in the soil and then just let it grow like that. But there are a lot of challenges, and so one of them I can talk about is, for example, market. When we started, I think our first crop of tomatoes was just across that field where there's maize there. And when it was ready for sale, we had almost, I think, a month trying to find market for the crop. And not only that, the prices also were, dropping to an extent that when we started selling, I think the first cut we sold the box for 50 kwacha. No problem. Yeah, so, price fluctuations, I think they are a big challenge because, yeah, so for us to really realize some profit in tomato growing, we really have had to be consistent. We should have a crop coming up, we should have a crop that is being sold so that in case the prices are very low this side, we are hopeful that the other crop can help us to recover. Yeah, and then also I think the management aspect, I've learned a lot in terms of managing our human resource. You can't downplay the work that our colleagues do, who are actually on the ground doing all the work. Yeah, so I think taking good care of the workforce, I think is also one important factor that will help you to progress, because if you don't take good care of your workers, I think they can even sabotage your work, and you end up losing out. So it's very important to take good care of the workers.
Okay.
Yes.
That's some good advice for the viewers out there. And then, what would you advise your fellow teachers in terms of taking up farming as a business?
Well, to my fellow teachers, in terms of taking up farming as a business, I think it's the way to go. Yeah, it's the way to go. In this current dispensation, you can't afford to just depend on a salary alone. Yeah, so, and then we shouldn't look at farming as something that we can just do after retirement. If we have to do this thing as a career as well. Treat it as a career, as a business that you can do outside your work environment, so that even when you have retired, you won't have to start doing piecework for hand to mouth arrangement, but you have your own projects that can be giving you income, so that you don't become, a destitute. These are things that actually people can survive on even without being in formal employment. Yeah, so it's very important. As long as you treat it as a business, then you have something that you can go on. Yeah.
So, Mr. Peter Perry, anything else you would like to say to the viewers out there?
Well, let's embrace agriculture. It's one thing that actually, even as a country, if we can diversify, apart from the mining activities, we go into agriculture full time. I think it's one thing that can really help us grow our economy and create jobs for the many youths that are looking for jobs. One job that you can consider is agriculture. It's very lucrative. I think if you take it up, you will not be disappointed. Thank you.
Thank you so much, dear farming community, for joining us on this AgriTalk special featuring the Agricoop Awards and nominees. My name is Tionge Kacheche, and see you in the next episode.
This is AgriTalk Africa, the podcast that puts farmers first.